How's that? That's better. Oh my goodness. What a day. What a day. Sorry everyone about the late start. It has been a hectic trip home. Wow, this laptop is loud. Get off my desk. Go away. It's been a hectic day. Oh, Logan, that's a new face. Hello, Logan. Yeah, it's been a hectic day. Traffic on the way home was ridiculous. Typically, I get home around 20 to 7. And today I got home at 10 after 7. There was like a... You know when someone rear-ends someone else, but then 4 other people rear-end them and it just creates a just crumpled up can of a mess? That's what I had on my way home today. I wasn't involved, but I was just stuck behind it, and it was really frustrating. But, yeah. Here we are. As I said earlier, but you didn't hear me, if you're an expert lip reader, you would have heard that my name is Tim, and this is They Make It Like That, and all of those nice, wonderful things. This is December already, believe it or not. This is the first Third Rail Thursday of the month, which means it's my turn. And for once, we're actually doing things in order this month, which is cool. Last month, I swapped with Chris, and I don't remember what happened before that. It's been so long. But here we go. We're live. Wigwag got the gold star today, which, I mean, is to be expected. Thank you, Wigwag, for being here so early. That's super awesome. And we've got Mark from M&M Rails. We've got Dundas Junction Model Railroad James. Hello, James. Trackside Mike is in the house. Mike, I gotta show you, man. I got 5 cars of yours on my desk right now. I haven't packed them up yet because I wanted to show you on the live and talk a little bit about those cars before we get started. We got mini prints. Bernard, how's it going, Bernard? I've been meaning to message you, Bernard. I want to shoot you an email because we've been talking since June about getting together to do some collaborations and all of that fun stuff, and it hasn't happened. It's been, oh my goodness. This time last year, I said to myself, 2022, I'm going to be so consistent with my videos. I'm going to try and post every single week. It's going to be amazing. That's the year of They Make It Like That. All of those fun things. And then, yeah. How many videos have I put out this year so far? Like 4? Not including live streams. But anyway. I'm going to say it again this year. Maybe this year is the year. I don't know. 2023 is the year of They Make It Like That. Who knows? I can't make any promises anymore. I've learned my lesson that I can't make promises. Who else do we have here? We got Roger Coleman. How's it going, Roger? Forever DC 302. If you didn't see, Doug from Forever DC 302 got his Marshmallow car back. The one that I was working on maybe last month. I can't remember when it was. But he got his car back and he made a short. So if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. He's got pictures of the car on his layout. And I always love seeing finished results on a layout, especially the HO scale stuff, because I don't have a layout to run them on or to even like put them on. So at least with N scale stuff, I can kind of just stick it on there and take some nice pictures and call it a day. But with HO scale stuff, I love seeing it when it's on its rightful layout in its rightful home, and it's great. Yeah, moving along. Who else we have? John Train BFGR. John also got his cars back. Haven't seen them on his layout yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But, yeah, I did some G-scale at the Whitby show for him. If you caught that live stream, you would have seen it. It was super cool. Who else do we have here? Chris from Go Via or Go Home. Yeah, I'm all about the suspense tonight. I wanted to leave you guys hanging. Just on the edge of your seats. Like, what's going on here? When's he gonna start? Chris, see, the way I see it is Chris starts 15 minutes early sometimes. So You guys get 15 minutes extra of him. You guys can sit tight for the 15 minutes that I'm late getting things all set up. Yeah. I have a busy life, you guys. I have a busy life. Dwight Curley is in the house. What are kids? I have kids. Of many of them. So, yeah. Let's just move right along past that. Heath from Humanity City Junction is here. And that is as good of a segue as ever to talk about what we're going to do tonight. The circus is in town. I got some N-scale from Heath, and we're going to do those tonight, and that's going to be super fun, so sit tight. I'm just going to keep going through. We've got Logan in the chat. Logan, as I mentioned, it looks like he's new. Well, he might not be, but I've never seen him in the chat before. We got Ordy in the chat. Oh, we've spoken on Reddit. That's cool. Awesome. We got Ordy. Welcome, Ordy. Kevin is in the chat. Mr. President. Hello, Kevin. Who else? Anyway, that's basically it. You guys are all here. I like it. 18 people. And I don't even know how many likes, but that's fine. 8 likes? Come on, people. Come on. That means more than half of you haven't even liked the video yet? What's that about? Anyway, let me show you real quick. I touched on it briefly. I guess it was probably the last Third Rail Thursday that I did. Let me put my top down in place here. I moved it because it's like... I got a new stool, guys. I got a new stool. Someone make a GIF out of this. I got a new stool, and it doesn't squeak. It doesn't squeak, which is awesome, except that when I'm silently working and you guys are watching, typically you guys know that the sound is still working whenever you hear the creaking of my stool. But I got a new stool. It has a backrest, and it doesn't creak, and it folds up, and all of those nice, wonderful things, and there's a matching one, so if I ever do a podcast and have a guest, then I have a matching stool. I don't know, it came in a pair, so I have 2. But yeah, it's taller than my last one, which means I had to raise my camera up, which means that my top-down rig is now in line of sight, so I need to figure something out there. But we'll sort that all out in the new year. I'm not even worried about it. Like, honestly, when I get to December, I coast into the next year because December is always so busy that I just have to coast. I have more things in store for you guys that I will tell you later. Just waiting for the green light on being able to talk about that kind of stuff. Some of you know, some of you don't. Don't tell if you already know. Chris, I'm talking to you. Anyway, but yeah, let's just put this in front of my face so that you can't see my face anymore. I don't really mind anyway because typically you're going to be looking at what's coming out of this anyway, so who cares? So let me just get that in view so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Focus. Okay, so Trackside Mike sent me, or gave me, 7 cars in total to work on over the last little while. I did a couple of auto racks for him, and was it just... yeah, it was 2 auto racks, and then 5 of these Railbox cars. Let me show you the first one here. And if you watched one of my Third Rail Thursdays, you would have seen me working on these. You didn't see me weather them on the live, so they're weathered now. This is the first one, and what I was doing was 4 of the 5 cars I used as an example for my new pricing model for my commissioned graffiti work. Yeah, Mike, I need more than 7, man. Send me more. We'll have to do a swap out. I think that'll be great. You're funding my my Christmas presents for my kids this year. Anyway, yeah. So this is I did 4 cars in varying levels of amount of graffiti and weathering to show the 4 different levels that I offer in my commissioned pricing. Originally, I used to just do a per car price, and that worked for a while. But the thing about that is, if you do a car that looks like this and charge X amount, and then someone else comes around and you do a car that looks like this for the same price, you're doing triple the amount of work, 4 times the amount of work as what you're charging for this one. So whoever got this car walked away laughing and having a great day compared to this guy. I mean, obviously they're both happy, but the thing about it is you need different varying levels of graffiti on your layout because they make it like that. So yeah, this one here is level 1. I call this the basic package. It's just got one throw up on it and some tagging to kind of flesh it out and some weathering. And of course, this is all just for one side. This is kind of how I've worked it out. So for one side, one tag. That's the base level. Now you can get the second side if you'd like, but it's just an added percentage, just a little bit extra to do the other side, because it's not like doing a whole new car, it's just doing just that little bit of extra work. So that's the basic package. And then you move on to what I call the bronze package, where you have a little bit more graffiti and a little bit heavier weathering. The weathering is kind of pretty much the same between these two. I mean, the weathering varies depending on who you are and how I feel that day, really. I try to randomize it. So there you go. You've got your bronze level, basic, then bronze, and then you have your silver level, which is more graffiti and a little bit more weathering. This one here, I did a more involved roof style of weathering. So you get a little bit more detail in the weathering on the roof, which I kind of like a lot. And then from there, we have El Primo, which is not what I'm calling it. I'm calling it the gold package, which is the one I showed you already. Now this one is similar to the Scale Trains Auto Rack that I did. You've probably seen the video on my channel where I just layered graffiti on top of graffiti on top of graffiti on top of graffiti. Not so many layers, but you know what I'm saying. This one here is, I did graffiti all across the bottom, then I weathered it, and then after weathering, I did more graffiti on top. Like I did this throw up outline in pink, and the purple lettering never over top, and it's fresh. Like it's not weathered over top to blend that in, so you get like the dimension of multiple different layers of graffiti. So that's that. That is my 4 levels of graffiti, and he gave me 5 of these cars, so then I just did this one because obviously I gotta do this one. Can't only give him 4 cars when he gave me 5. And I did a little bit on this side too. Actually, you're just in time. Look at this. I finished this one, but I didn't peel off the tape. So you guys get to see that live. So let's peel it off. Let's fleece it out. Make sure it's in focus first. Get our little knife under there. Now, I saw that Kevin said he didn't know it was my week this week. Truthfully, I didn't realize that it was already December this week. I didn't realize the first was the Thursday was the first. But here we are. Right, what are you guys saying? The options are like the McDonald's menu. Yeah, man. Basically, when McDonald's used to have 4 things. Remember those days when you could literally just get 4 things and they were actually fast food? Nowadays, they have so many different things, and then they have to basically slaughter the cow and pluck the chickens before you can actually eat anything there. Which is why it takes so long in the drive-thru, and then you gotta park in the derp spot. That's fun. But yeah, so there it is. That's that one. This one is kind of a... I would put this in the... I would say this would be the basic level, but with the second side added. Because you've just got one on each side. So you got one here and one here. So this would be considered basic. Not saying the car's basic, I'm saying it's the basic package. Alright. Moving right along. Oh, we got one more order of housekeeping business to attend to. How many of you guys are liking YouTube Shorts? Let me know in the chat if you guys like YouTube Shorts. This is gonna be loud. Ready? Okay. Yeah, let me know if you guys are liking YouTube Shorts. I've been experimenting lately with doing more YouTube Shorts because I don't always have time to do a video, but I do have time in the day to whip up a YouTube Short, especially if it's like a highlight of an existing video. It takes me 5 minutes and it gives you guys something to watch, which is cool. Yeah, so I've been experimenting with shorts and stuff like that, and so has Chris, and so has Mark, and it's been fun. We've been talking quite a bit amongst ourselves about YouTube Shorts and the strategy of it and all of that fun stuff. But I wanted to explain, because some of you guys caught on that I posted the exact same short twice that featured Chris. It was a segment of video from the interview that I did with Chris last year when I did his layout tour. He said something perfect about weathering and how it was necessary and all that fun stuff. So I took that and I put some footage of my graffiti over top of it to make it a little more engaging, and to just kind of drive the point home that weathering and graffiti is necessary because they make it like that. And it worked out great, and I wasn't thinking anything of it. And one of the things that I did, here's a little tip for you. I don't know if it's a good tip or a bad tip, because truthfully I don't understand shorts at all. I just use them because they work. One of the strategies that I've tried with YouTube Shorts is I'll put a short up, and then I'll add a sound that's popular, and then mute that sound so that it has a better chance of getting more views. Because a lot of people, when they watch shorts and they find a sound that they like, they'll typically go back and scroll through that sound and see what other people have done with that sound. So I will I'll put up a short and then put that sound to it and mute it. And that's what I did with Chris's short, because I wanted it to get a lot of views. And it did well. I think it got like 900 and something views, which is pretty cool. So I left it alone. But Chris was like, hey man, that's my voice. I want to use it. So I sent him the audio clip so that he could use it. But then he wanted to credit me for it. But in order to do that, he wasn't able to use the sound directly from the short that I posted because I linked it to a different sound. So in order to make it so that he could use my sound, I re-uploaded that same short again without linking it to another sound. Now, I don't know if any of that is making any sense to you guys, or if I'm explaining it well enough or anything, but I just thought I would make it clear that there is no like spot the difference between those two shorts at all. They're the exact same short. I just changed the title, changed the sound, and There it is. That way Chris could put his up and he could do his thing. And you know what? Any of you guys, if you want to use it, feel free. As long as credit is given where credit is due, I don't care. We're all in this together, and it's going to be fun. But, yeah. Do you add hashtags to your shorts? I just add hashtag shorts. That's all I do, really. Sometimes I'll add another hashtag, but I find that YouTube hasn't incorporated hashtags enough to make it worth cluttering up the title with it. But honestly, if you guys are doing YouTube, like if you're making content and all of that fun stuff and you want to be seen, the reason, like one of the things that I'll say is that just try to get yourself out there as much as you can. And even if you don't like shorts, there's still a tool that then links back to your channel. So if you put out long form video and you like that long form video style, but then you put out a short, people that watch shorts will potentially get recommended your long form videos, and it just brings more traffic to your channel, which I think is really cool. Anyway, I've talked your ear off now for 22.5 minutes. Let's do some graffiti. I gotta go get those cars. They're over here. Here we go. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. Oh, elevator music. Yeah. That was really funny, Bernard. Hashtag thanks. I like that. That was good. Okay. I have a package from Heath, Humanity City Junction. And if I zoom this out, can you even see? I need like a taller top-down rig or something like that. If I go like this, there we go. You guys can kind of see what's going on. Maybe. I opened this briefly to have a look at what's going on, but I haven't gone too far with it yet. We got ourselves a multi-pack of Microtrains circus cars. You don't mind shorts, but you'll never do tic-tac. I do tic-tac when my breath stinks, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't use Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, really. Just YouTube. But I do, like, it's funny, when I first saw, like, TikTok and all those short-form videos, I was like, what's with people's attention span? Like, this is so annoying. I would so much rather watch a video that's like 10-15 minutes long than watch something that's 10 or 15 seconds long. But now I'm starting to see the draw to it, because I'm seeing that if there's a time when I have maybe a couple minutes to myself and I don't have time to watch a full tutorial or like a big long vlog or docu-style video, I'll watch a couple shorts. Because I have a couple minutes, so I'll just watch a couple shorts. The only thing with that is, those couple minutes turns into quite a while. and I still haven't. I've found myself procrastinating watching shorts when I could just watch one video in 10 minutes and then move on with my life. But yeah. Okay, so we got these guys. I'll just show you one for now. They're both, it looks like they're both the same. Just different road numbers. We got 6 cars here in total. We'll see how far we get with them. Could you guys hear me during all of that unboxing? Because that was pretty loud. Apologize. Come on, focus. Didn't want to focus on the box, but it'll focus on my hand. Will it focus on that? There we go. Let's open this up. I love Microtrain's packaging, especially their 3-packs, because they give you this super nice box, and then they give you these awesome N-scale boxes. This is one thing I love about N-scale over HO, is these nice little stackable hard plastic boxes. They're awesome. Sorry HO guys, but you don't get these. Look at that. You stack them up, they're not falling over. It's awesome. They're strong, super nice. Anyway, this is not an unboxing video. This is a graffiti video. White cars on a recently weathered desktop, though, is a problem. Nope, Tim doesn't smoke. Tim does not smoke. Yeah, man, these are getting graffiti. These are getting graffiti, wigwag. The customer is always right. I haven't really done too many passenger cars, so that's fun. Where did my alcohol go? My rubbing alcohol. So I gotta clean this table off. I'll let you guys look at these for a second while I look for that. I'm like beside myself today, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. Guys, you should see my stool. It's nice. It's an IKEA stool. It's a Jargenflugen. No idea if it's actually called that. That's what I call it. Any Corner Gas fans in the house? Corner Gas. Come on, alcohol. Oh, this is a new one. Is it, oh yeah, it's open. There we go. Corner Gas was an amazing show. So whenever I talk about IKEA, I always reference the IKEA episode, or as they call it, the Swedish furniture store, because they couldn't say IKEA. But when they go and get the Jagenplutz or the Flug. Fantastic show. My brother and I went to opening night of the Corner Gas movie in theaters. It was a blast. Alright, so I need a pencil sharpener. Now, Heath, you're in the chat, so if you see something that you don't like, stop me right away, please. Yell at me in all capitals, and we'll fix things. But from what I heard, from what I understand from our emails, you wanted Humanity City in graffiti on one side, and then just generic on-brand slogans from your channel on the other side. Correct me if I'm wrong here. And then rinse and repeat for all 6 cars. John, okay, I got 2 questions here. Kevin, is the animated series over, or is it still going? Question 2, John, how is your name in the Corner Gas credits? And is it actually you, or is it another guy named John with the same last name? Heath says make them similar but different. Okay, I can do that. Let me darken this a little bit, because it seems to be a little bit washed out with the white car. How much packaging? Oh my goodness, there's more packaging. There we go. We got body-mounted 6-wheel trucks. Or, sorry, truck-mounted 6-wheel trucks. Okay. Let me make sure that I'm in frame here. That looks like it's in frame. And we're zoomed in all the way. This is the nice play-by-play that you guys are getting. Jumbo the elephant. Hey man, that could work. Jumbo. I like it. It's on brand. I always forget to have a garbage can on hand, and then when I have to empty my pencil sharpener, I'm always lost. The final episode was a year ago. How many seasons did they do? It must have been at least like 4. I've watched maybe like 3 episodes of the animated series. I could never find it anywhere that I could stream it or anything like that. I have all the original episodes on DVD. I love that show. And then of course the movie I have on Blu-ray. Because if you're gonna watch something in high definition, it might as well be the prairies of Canada. Okay. When you're sharpening a brand new pencil and it keeps breaking in the sharpener, you need to buy better pencils. Oh, John, that makes sense. I forgot that they did that. They had a Kickstarter to fund the movie. And John is responsible for that movie. You are, I guess, essentially an executive producer. Very cool. Well, thank you. Everybody thank John for that masterpiece of cinema. Okay, I need to tape these windows off. Because I do not want to fog up these windows. Whose idea was it to do N-scale passenger cars live? Whose idea was that? I'm gonna do this the cheap way. Go like this. Sorry about Timbrim if you get Timbrim, but I gotta make sure I get this. That can go in there. Hey Chris, did you end up getting your new internet yet? I remember you were talking about it. If you're in the chat, Chris, that is. We got John John. Hello, John John. Sorry about this little tedious bit. I know you guys want to get to the graffiti, but the devil's in the details. I don't think Heath wants fogged up windows on his circus train. Now granted, I could just blast graffiti right over them and call it a day, but I'm being nice. These poor passengers are gonna have to look out and see the world as they travel from city to city to set up their little circus. The last thing I want is for some little clown to go screaming at me because he can't see out the window. That's not fun, is it? I just want to make sure I get them all staying in there. Might not be 100% accurate in there, but it's better than nothing, I think. And the thing with N scale, you can kind of fudge it a little bit because it's so small. Let's get that one in there, like that. Dwayne is stuck at work. That's unfortunate. John, are you talking to me? You said, what did you call me? I said, John John. Is that not your name? It says, that's what it says right there, John John. Heath says he'll send me Z scale. Z scale. Z, Z, Z. Z. I've never worked on Z scale. I really want to. I keep saying, everyone's like, oh, go HO, you gotta go HO. You know what? I think that I'm going to remain N scale, but at some point in my life, I'm going to build a Z scale layout. I think that that would be super fun. I think one of the main reasons that I want to is because if I'm going to make a portable layout to take with me to shows, I never see Z scale at shows, at least very rarely, and I think that it would be super cool because people talk about Z scale at shows. Typically when a spectator is like, hey, is this as small as they go? And then someone says, no, there's Z scale, but then there's never any representation. And of course, I know they're smaller than Z, but let's be real here. Who wants to go smaller than Z? But yeah, no, there's that aspect of it, and then also, I think it's a fun challenge. Everyone always gets at me for N scale and how small it is, but maybe I can go smaller. Let's just challenge myself. Someone send me Z scale. I'll give you a discount. It's because I want to try it. But yeah, I've always said I'm not gonna go nuts with Z. Like, I don't want hundreds and hundreds of trains and all that. I just want enough to make a decent traveling layout. I think that would be a lot of fun. I can before the big old COVID, I said that I was gonna make one next year. That's what I said. I said next year I'll make a Z scale to take with me to shows. But then next year never came. Next year was on hold. Logan is an N scaler, but he's planning a Lego layout. Lego layouts are cool. I'm not gonna lie. I would never want one, I don't think. But I do appreciate them. I think that they're pretty neat. Let me get my extra set of hands in here. I'm just gonna do one side for now. We'll see how I feel. Because for you guys to watch me tape off two sides of this car, come on, how much time do you want to spend watching me tape things? This is like the least fun part of doing this. It's satisfying at the end, but come on. Now, Heath, obviously you don't care that I'm covering Ringling Bros, etc. Because, I mean, where else am I going to put the graffiti? If not right over top of that. Okay, the next car that I mask, I'm going to line up the edge of the tape with the bottom of the window so that at least I don't have to cut out all four sides of this tape. A rare Thursday night stream? What are you talking about, N-Scale Dystopia? N-Scale Dystopia, I go live on Thursdays once a month, my friend. It's you that's rarely in the chat. You're always catching my replay. Which I appreciate, by the way, because replays count towards watch time. Live streaming does not. It's only the replay that counts. Fun fact. It's funny. I don't know how many of you guys are actually like avid, would consider yourself a YouTuber. I've studied YouTube quite a bit because I run 2 YouTube channels, myself and my wife's channels. And there's a lot to it. If you guys ever have any questions, let me know. I might not be an expert, but I know some things. A lot of it's just denial and error, really. Just trying things out. Like shorts. Nobody knows what shorts are these days. You just try them. Alright, look at that. There we go. Looks pretty cool. Alright, car's done. Thanks for watching, everybody. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. Okay. Humanity City. I'm gonna see if I can pull up Heath's logo on my phone. Speaking of my wife's channel, I just got a notification about a short that she posted. If you guys haven't seen my wife's channel, Couch Mom Club, feel free to check that out. Honestly, Denny, I don't know, man. I'm just talking. Okay, Heath, let me see if I can find your logo. I gotta find it. Do we have any attachments? That's not it. Oh, there's the cars. Look, there they are. Oh, yeah. Heath, you bought these and sent them straight to me. You haven't even seen these, have you? Is that why you were ogling them in the unboxing portion of this evening? That would make a lot of sense. There it is. There's Heath's logo. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it verbatim, because I think that that's just kind of cool on its own, and you can take a look at that all you want. It's a really cool logo, really, because you've got the letters, or the buildings spell out the rest of human. So you've got the H, is this big H looking guy, and then you've got this building makes a U, this building and this building make an M, this one makes an A, and then you got a little Statue of Liberty in there, Brooklyn Bridge back there. The more you look at it, the more you see cool things. There's an N right there. And then if you go here, what's really cool, honestly, I just saw Human City and was like, why is there parentheses? It didn't make sense to me. But the more I look at it, the more I understand it. It says humanity. If you take the C out, it says humanity. But it also says Human City. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let's do a cityscape. So I told you before, Heath, that I have done cityscapes before. I'm gonna kind of mimic the one that I've done before. It was kind of like, it's kind of like wonky looking, a wonky looking city. I don't know how else to explain it. Let's just go for it. Here we are. We're 49 minutes in, and I'm finally putting pencil to car. That's excellent. Only took me 49 minutes to actually get started on this car. It's kind of like the cityscape graffiti that I've done before. It was kind of like a it almost kind of reminds me of Dr. Seuss style buildings. But it's got a really cool effect to it. So we'll do it. Why not? Ace! No, you haven't missed anything. You missed a whole lot of rambling about YouTube Shorts and shenanigans. And you missed me tape off this boxcar, or this, not boxcar, this passenger car. Tape off some windows. So that's fun. But if you think that that's not entertaining, then I don't know. Maybe this isn't the channel for you. I'm just kidding. The window to the left looks like the creature from Bugs Bunny. That's funny. Okay. I need some... Whoa. Just moved my whole table. Table's on wheels. I need some paint. Timbrim. That was an intentional Timbrim because I'm reaching for paint, which is under my table. I'm going to try and create a color. Creating a color. Where did I put my paper plates? There we go. For the longest time, I've been using either Post-it notes or a piece of tape stuck to my desk as a spot to mix paints and lay paints out. It wasn't until like a week ago that I picked up a stack of paper plates from the dollar store. I don't know why it's taken me this long, but it has, and here we are. I finally have something to actually mix paint. It's still not like a proper paint palette or anything like that, but one thing I don't like doing is cleaning up after painting, so I typically buy cheap stuff and then chuck it. I know, I could do better. I can be more resourceful, but you guys know how it is. You can't tell me you enjoy cleaning up after paint. You can't tell me that's your favorite thing. Because it's not. Because you're not crazy. Because who would like that? Nobody. Got some green. I'm gonna try and make some weird hybrid. Heath likes green, so we're using green. But I'm gonna use a couple of greens and some white and see what I get. And whatever I get, as long as it doesn't look like dog food, we're going for it. And what's fun about mixing 3 colors and then not fully mixing them is you get a variant across your piece. You don't actually know what you're gonna get, which I think adds a little more realism and a little more randomness to your final result. So this is the color we got. Can you guys see it? Oh man, doing white is challenging because you get a glare unless you stop down, and then when you stop down, then you get darkness. Can you guys see that okay? Let me know if you need it to be a little brighter or darker or what you need. But I'm gonna put a layer down on this. It's probably gonna need a couple coats. Luckily, acrylic paint dries really fast. super transparent. So Heath, I didn't see if you answered me or not. I can't remember. Did you buy these and just have them shipped directly to me, or did you have them and then you shipped them to me from yourself? Like, have you seen these cars in person before? Because that's brave of you. Yeah, I like that part of it, Heath. I like the transparency, because if you're, I mean, it depends. Sometimes people take the time when they're doing graffiti to make sure they get a good coverage, depending on how much time they have. And sometimes you can still see stuff through it because they're just tossing it up there. I mean, you know, like, when you paint a car, it's exactly what I'm doing now. So if you get one coat, you get this much coverage. If you get two coats, you get more coverage, etc. So if you're painting a car in real life, it's the same thing as if you're painting a model. You're going to get varying levels of transparency depending on how many coats you do. So that's why I love hand-painted graffiti more than decals. Because it's authentic. And because they make it like that. Ha, you got it, Heath. You got it. I'm gonna have some fun with these. They're all gonna be different, for sure. But they're also all gonna be the same. If you know what I'm saying. Let me adjust my white balance, because I don't think you guys are getting the full effect here. Hang on a second. Is that looking better? Does that look more white? There we go. That's more like it. That's a little bit more true to what I'm actually seeing. How many of you guys got a chance to see my video from today about the Whitby show? There was a certain level of confusion at the Whitby show, because it was my first show since starting my YouTube channel, and nobody really knows this because you guys know me from YouTube, but before I started my YouTube channel, my graffiti business was not called They Make It Like That. And so people were a little bit confused when they saw me under a different branding, but doing the same thing, except not quite the same, because I was doing a live stream, which I don't typically do. It was funny. But yeah, that was a good show. It was a lot of fun. Got a lot of interest. I even got people not from the show that watched the live stream that then took advantage of my Black Friday sale, which is cool. They got some, dare I say it, got some O scale in the works. That's gonna be fun. Haven't done O scale on the channel yet. I've done O scale, just not on the channel. I just found out the other day, one of my big O-scale clients of the past is building an HO scale layout. So even he's not really doing O-scale. So this will be a great opportunity to showcase some O-scale on the channel. Yes, Heath, you're right. Crazy Tag Scale Graffiti. That was me. I still technically have the domain of crazytags.net. That was my old website, but I've essentially taken it down and made it forward directly to my YouTube channel. It just makes life a little easier that way. And then, of course, you guys, you can go to www.theymakeitlikethat.com, where you guys can get in touch with me and get some graffiti done. You guys saw the 4 levels of graffiti that I offer, and you guys can get in touch with me, and that'll be super cool. There's a little bit of a commercial there. All right, back to business. Yes, Kevin, you are correct. When I talked to Stratty at your birthday party, he was telling me about it. He still has O scale and he still has G scale, but he's also building an HO scale layout. I have got to get to his house and do a layout tour video. Wigwag, I have done G scale. I did G scale at the Whippy show. If you watched day 2 of the live streams, I did G scale. I'm gonna make a video about it. I just haven't yet. But, yeah. Kevin says, let's go. Yeah, let's go. I gotta find his number. I'm sure, well, I guess I could get it from Stratty. Gotta get in touch with him again. That would be cool. Got a few layout tours in the works. Little birdie told me that Kevin is getting ready to showcase his layout. Oh, Heath! You saw it here first. This car is missing a wheel set. It has 1, 2, 3 axles on this side and only 2 on this side, and there's nothing rattling around in the box. Yeah, so if you got these and shipped them directly to me, you might want to get on the horn with whoever sent them to you, because that kind of sucks. I mean, adding wheels is not the end of the world, but you bought them and it's incomplete. So I just thought I'd let you know here, live. I got 21 people as my witness. I did not lose that wheel set. This one looks to have all of them, and this one has all of them as well. So yeah, just letting you know, don't shoot the messenger. Let me open up this one too, just to be sure. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, they're all there on this one. Okay. If that's all that's missing, we're doing well. That puts a lot of faith in microtrains, doesn't it? Oh, man. I will say, I know a lot of people don't typically have their cars on their sides at all times. I do because I do graffiti, but moving these around, the trucks tend to swivel way past like this, and it's kind of frustrating. I don't want to damage them in any way, but yeah, that's really loose. Anyway, I'm not gonna mess with it. You tune them how you want when you get them. I just do graffiti. Just don't scratch the paint. Okay. Let's do some more taping, shall we? How you guys liking the vlog style videos? I had a lot of fun putting that video together. And I've been thinking, maybe not all the time, but I was thinking maybe incorporating more of those style videos into my life. Because maybe, I don't know, they're an easier video for me to put together. So maybe it's more like a, hey, this is my day, and then I did some graffiti, and that's cool, and then Merry Christmas. And then you've got yourself a little vlog. Just an easy way to get some content out. If you guys are interested, I can do more of those videos. And then you get more content from me. Let me know what you guys think. The thing I love about YouTube is I love the experimentation of it all. Figuring out what you guys like and what you guys don't like, etc. What tape do I use? This is called Carworks. It's made in Canada. And that's all I know, because that's all that's written on the inside of it. I got it from work. We use this tape at work for painting and stuff. It's really good. It's super transparent, which I love. And it's got a good hold. Like it doesn't typically peel anything below it, but it does a really good job masking lines, which I'm really happy with. On cars, it's a little, like on train cars, it's a little bit tricky because there's so many little bumps and rivets and ribs and all of that fun stuff that it's hard to, whatchamacallit, it's hard to get a good seal, but it's also probably not necessarily designed for something so small as taping off a road name or anything like that. But yeah, man, I just borrowed it from work. There's an automotive paint supplier near where I work that we get it from. But any painter's tape works, really. I just love this stuff because it's so transparent. Like, even if I were to put it over top of the logo, like, you'll be able to see that you can still see the logo clearly through it. It's kind of nice because you can put it on something, and then say you want to trace a really complicated line. You just put tape right over it, and then you just cut out that line and then peel the tape off, and Bob's your uncle, which in my case he is. So suck on that. Get in there. Oh, I missed a window. How did I miss that window? You got me talking and I missed a window. Get in there. Get in there, you window. I've never tried liquid mask. I've heard a lot of people say it's great for doing intricate stuff like this. But I feel like in a scenario like this, it would be a pain to remove. More of a pain to remove than this is to tape. How often do I change my X-Acto blades? Fairly often. This one is probably due for a change, but I don't have any more blades here. Actually, this one's sharper. Let me use this one. Heck yeah. That's way sharper. I'll make light work of this in no time. Honestly, my basement is upside down right now. Not literally, because otherwise I'd have a head rush, but my basement is upside down right now. So I don't really know where anything is. I probably have X-Acto blades somewhere, but who can say? I'm training to be a surgeon. Yes. Yes, I am. It's funny because the last car that I worked on... Actually, no, that's not true. I was going to say that the last car that I worked on before this was the G-Scale, but I did those cars for Sean from Pennywise and Miser Railroad. Those were N-Scale. I had done the graffiti on those before I did the G-Scale, but then I weathered them just the other day so he could get those cars back. I'm just about through all of the cars from Otter Valley. I've been working away at them slowly. Doing other stuff here and there at the same time. But all that I have left... Actually, now that I think about it, I think I am done all of the stuff from that. Because, Mike, you got all of yours. Doug, you picked yours up. John got his back. Sean got his back. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I just have... I have one more from Otter Valley. That was actually given to me from Otter Valley. And I'll let you guys know now that I fully intend on doing the works on that one. I'll probably do a gold package on that one. Layers and layers of graffiti. And I am going to give it away. Because it was given to me. And as much as it would be cool as a display on my table at shows, I thought, you know what? For it to sit on a show, a couple shows per year, because I don't do a lot of shows. So if it were to sit on a table, a couple shows a year, or I could make someone's day by giving it to them. I mean, it's like a $90 car. $90 Canadian, plus my gold package on it. I'm gonna do it up good. It's gonna be probably like a $200 or $300 car when it's finished. And one lucky subscriber is gonna get it. Haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do the giveaway yet. Or if I'm gonna do a contest, or I'm gonna make you guys arm wrestle for it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I also am not sure if I want to line it up with a milestone or anything like that. Depends on how soon I get it done. Maybe I'll do it when I hit 2,000. Who knows? We'll see. And the thing is, it's HO scale, right? So a good majority of the people that watch my channel are HO scale modelers, which is a super cool thing. I might do, who knows, maybe I'll do an N scale giveaway as well. But I just know that an HO scale giveaway is gonna go over a lot better, because there's a lot more of you. I'm basically doing the thing that I hate in regards to model train retail. People cater to the HO scale guys because there's more of them, and then the N scale guys suffer, and then nobody does N scale because there's no N scale available in comparison to HO. and then it just becomes a vicious cycle. But that's just my 2 cents worth. What do I know? Milestones are 1,000, 2,500, and then 10,000. I make my own milestones, man. You can't tell me. You can't tell me. Maybe my milestone, my next milestone is 1,352. When I get to 1,352 subscribers, it's going to be a fun day. Let's make it happen. Tell your friends. Even if you're N scale, it would look cool on a shelf. You know, you're right. Maybe I'll win the contest. And then I'll keep it. No, it really would. It really would look cool on a shelf. And that's honestly one of the reasons why I built the N-scale rotating diorama that I have. Is because I love HO. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But I couldn't do a layout, so I thought, let me do this diorama. Let's do a cool scene, and then I can add to that scene as I go. And it can get really cool and really fun. And the sky's the limit with that little diorama. I'm going to add lights and fun stuff. I am not an oddball. I'm an even ball. I'm not an oddball, I'm just tired. And when I get tired, I get silly. Okay, I'm just gonna stuff this paint and this tape in there. I don't even care. It's being finicky. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. Okay. Now we got another one. So the fun about this job is if you, when you decide to switch to another car, you have to tape for thousands of years. Yeah, man, 1,352. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget, because that, I mean, how could I forget that number? Seriously, guys, how could I forget? It's a very prominent and significant number. I mean, it's really not, but whatever. Train Freak, welcome. I'm going to give you 3 guesses, Train Freak. Who does this car belong to? Also, that's the number. Let's get there. Train Freak, my dude. What's going on, man? You could probably tell by the thumbnail. I mean, I didn't have a circus car to put in the thumbnail, but just by saying let's clown around, you probably knew I was going to be doing Heaths. Oh shoot, did I just give it away? Oh man. I was saying earlier I love seeing my final work on other people's layouts, like when they finally get their cars back and they run it. But listen, man, that clip of Jason's car on his layout, the Train Freak. Man, you fooled me for a second. I thought it was real. I'm not gonna lie. That was that's a pretty fantastic scene. And with the crossing lights and everything reflecting off of the car, it just looked so good. Kudos. If you guys haven't checked out the Train Freak, I'm sure you all have, but you should definitely check him out and find that video where he unboxed the car that I did for him, so you can see that little run by. It turned out sick. Turned out really good. Lewis, man, you gotta pick a couple. Pick a couple. And just, I didn't really promote it a ton, but I had a Black Friday sale running from Black Friday until December 1st, and it's technically still December 1st, so I will honor it if you get in touch with me tonight and set something up. Freakishly awesome job. That was too easy. That was too easy, Jason. They make it like that. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do on this one. I tell you what, I think this is the first, and this is the first passenger. No, this is not the first passenger car I've graffitied. It's funny because two things I typically do not graffiti: passenger cars and ON30. And just the other day, I graffitied a passenger ON30 car. So it was a double whammy. I didn't make a video about it or anything like that because honestly, it was a cool project. I can post a picture of it, but it's not typically something that I would ever graffiti. So it was a one and done thing, and I had to get it done for a deadline for a client. So I didn't honestly have time to set up all the cameras and everything, so I just banged it out. But it turned out cool. I'll post a picture. The theory is that it was in a Pioneer Village museum and some vandals got in the middle of the night and defaced it. Because otherwise, why else would something of that era have graffiti on it? You're putting it in a display case? You're not gonna run it? Alright. You do you. As long as you display it. You're gonna put it, what, above your bed or something? While you're there, get some more cars and send them my way. you got to be kind of creative when you're doing passenger work, because you have to kind of think about the fact that the windows are going to be unmasked and you want to still be able to read it. So you kind of have to tilt your letters and finesse your letters in such a way that you can still read it. It's kind of interesting. Like this B right here that I'm working on, I had to kind of tilt it back so that you got this hole in the top of the B to line up in between the windows. Wow, that's kind of neat. I'm making it up as I go. So we'll see what happens. And then we'll put this one here. Alright, so this one is ready for paint. This has been one of my favorite colors to use recently. Ooh. This paint jar is broken. I've never seen that. Can you guys see this? Let me aim it in the camera here. This is acrylic craft paint that I get from the dollar store. Let me focus on it. But for some reason, I've never seen this happen. It's cracked right under the lid here. Right there. Can you see that? You see that hole? Right there. That's weird. I tried to open it like this, and it actually pulled the crack open. Like that. That's so strange. Anyway, hopefully I can still use the paint. Yeah, it's still good. Alright, well. So you get from getting paint at the dollar store, I guess. Focus back on this one. There we go. I was watching a live stream the other day that had music in the background. How would you guys feel about music in the background? Or would you rather just being left alone with your thoughts while I do graffiti? Yeah, Lewis, man, I don't know my own strength. Okay, Steve, what? Your peanut butter lid is drying again. You need to step away and let it dry. Okay? Whatever you say, bud. No, it wouldn't be like mainstream music. It would be royalty free. It would just be noise, really. Who knows? Maybe it's just one more thing to go wrong in a stream. Like, you know, forgetting to turn your mic on. Heath, I don't think I'm going to get to all 6 tonight. I wanted to bang off as many as I could, but it's probably looking like I might do 3. We'll see. I'll definitely do 2. The 2 that I've already started. But I don't know how far I'm going to get, because I'd rather show you guys a finished result than to just work at it and then stop without actually seeing something concrete. You just see, oh, I just did 6 base coats and then called it a night. No. You guys want to actually see something. But I am trying to get these done before the new year. I don't know how successful I'll be. I've been sitting on them for a minute. I had a pretty good queue of cars that I was working on. As of right now, I'm kind of looking for work. I'm looking for cars to do. I mean, I will always have an endless pit of cars that I can do for myself or my brother. But come on, guys, send me some stuff. I think it'll be fun. You get to see me do it on a live or in a video. And, you know, it's just a fun time. And everybody needs graffiti if they model a modern era. Because they make it like that. I'm doing you guys a favor. That's really what it is. Seeing the logo shine through is pretty cool though, eh? Bossa Nova elevator music. Yes! That's the only kind of music. Doug says if you've got a treasure hunt store in your area, you're going to have paint for 80% off. What kind of paint? Like household paint? Or like craft and model paint? Oh, Michael's. That's right, like a craft store. Interesting. I do have a treasure hunt near me. I'll tell you what though, when it comes to music on live streams, going back to what we were saying about shorts, it's so much easier to edit a short out of a live stream if it doesn't have music. Because if you want to cut certain parts of it, you don't want the music to be jumping around. I've done that a couple times on previous videos where I turn them into shorts and the music kind of jostles all over the place. I mean, it gets the point across, but I like music to be cohesive. This one's gonna be cool. The texture of these cars is awesome. Some cars you get a plastic that just doesn't take the paint, and it's really annoying. I mean, there's workarounds. You can dull coat it first and then paint and all of that fun stuff, but when you get a car with a good plastic that just takes the paint nicely, almost like you're painting on paper, it's satisfying. Alright. That'll work for that one. How's this one looking? This one is ready for some line work, maybe? Yeah, there we go. We're doing it. Dougie says it's going to be another week or two. Let me know, man. Let me know and I'll go check it out. I've been meaning to hit a treasure hunt store recently. I forgot about them, to be honest. And then I thought, hey, maybe I should go and see what they got going on. So I've talked a lot on my channel about Sharpie ultrafine markers. I used to use them constantly for line work. And they were good because they're so tiny. But they die really fast when you draw on paint on top of plastic. So I find them really annoying, to be honest. But I found these. They're just called Le Grip. They're just some garbage off-brand ultrafine Sharpie from the dollar store. And I thought, let me just try these out. And they're better than Sharpie for this particular application. I'm actually super excited about them. Typically one Sharpie will, I need to use like 2 or 3 Sharpies to get through one car. Whereas this Sharpie has, or this off-brand one has lasted me, I think 4 or 5 cars now, and it hasn't died yet. Yeah, Treasure Hunt is exactly that. It's a liquidation store. So they get skids of random nonsense. It's kind of like a reject store. Reject inventory. You never know what they're going to have, and that's why I like going there from time to time, because you literally can't predict it. You know, when you go to Walmart, you're like, okay, yeah, I know what Walmart has, because they're all the same. I'm going to go to Walmart, and I'm going to get these 5 things. But this store is not that store. This is the kind of store that you just go to because you want to. Because you never, ever know what you're going to get. Leonard Skinner. I like Leonard Skinner. When I used to do cover songs in pubs, Simple Man by Leonard Skinner was one of my go-to songs. It was a good time. Oh, this marker's, speaking of the devil, this marker is starting to fade on me. I think maybe because this is the part I painted last and it's not as dry. No, this is my own thing, Sparky. This is my own idea. It's just random. I mean, it's premeditated. It's not totally random, but it's of my own idea. No, this, I can see how you would think that this is a throw up, but this is actually literally just a background of something that I'm gonna do on top of it. You'll see. It's gonna be cool. Don't you worry. Yes, I always dull coat. Yeah, dull coat is absolutely necessary. I was just gonna say, how many questions did Sparky ask? I didn't think he asked 5. Like, I guess now we know your limit. We were talking earlier about O-scale and how I had a client that I did O-scale for a lot back in the day. And I did an articulating auto rack in O-scale. It was literally the length of my coffee table. The thing was huge. And I did a cityscape like this across the whole thing. It was pretty cool. Get a toothpick. Sparky, if you want a car that says Sparky 107 107, you gotta send me a car. Unless one of these guys want your name on their car. That'll work. Let's let that dry. This one needs a few more minutes still. Let's let that one dry and let's mask another car! We got 17 people, 22 likes. I like that. Those are good numbers. We got more likes than viewers. How'd you guys like twice? And you know, we're not really even that far away from 1,352 subscribers. Right now we are at 1,327. So we're close. We're close. I'll let you guys know when we hit it. It's going to be a good day. That'll be my milestone. That probably won't be the giveaway milestone because I'll probably hit that soon. And I won't have that car ready for that yet. Okay. This one is sharp. It's funny, every time I start masking, I remember how much I don't enjoy this part of it. Masking windows on N scale. Not ideal. Mike's gonna take this siding. We'll keep her on the tracks, bud. Thanks for joining us. Shoot me an email though, Mike. Let's set up a transfer for these cars. Let's make it happen. Also, if you're still here, you had asked me a question the other day in an email, and I responded to you. So you should respond back, because I answered your question with a question. But yeah, let me know. Double-decker passenger cars. Oh man, like a GO train. That would be fun. There's actually, I don't know if I'll ever have a GO train on my layout. I'll be honest. As much as I get it, I do like a good GO train model. Rapido makes an amazing looking GO train in HO scale. It's just not for me, if I'm being real. However, I did see once in a mixed freight one singular GO car that was all smashed up, and it was boarded up and had a little bit of graffiti on it. Not a ton, but just a little bit, like some tags. And it was just in a mixed freight. I guess maybe going to scrap or something, just going down the rails. And as soon as I saw it, this was years ago. This was way before they make it like that. This was way before even crazy tags, probably. And I just thought, you know what? You gotta have that. That's cool. Like, maybe I would have that on my layout. Just one random GO car in a mixed freight on its way to scrap. I thought that was kind of neat. And it's a talking piece too, right? Because then you can be like, hey, I saw that one day. I wish that I had taken a picture of it, but I didn't have a camera with me when I saw it. This was back in the day before everyone had cameras in their pockets 24/7. There we go. No. This one is being finicky. Finickier. We're making up words tonight. I don't care. Yeah, I gotta redo some of these. Definitely gotta redo that one, because that didn't cover very well. Get out. Get out. These are not the finest tip tweezers. These are more like clamp tweezers. I'm sure you guys have seen these guys. These are awesome. You just take something, and it holds it. You don't have to keep squeezing. It's like reverse grip. I use these for painting small details that I need to hold. Come on. There we go. Thing is, I'm trying not to go too sharp with my knife because I don't want to like cut the glass out of the windows or scratch it or anything like that. I'm just trying to gently cut the tape. So I'm basically just, I don't think I'll get very far on this one tonight. I don't want to go too late. Sorry, Wigwag, I forgot you guys don't know about Go trains. I thought maybe if you're a subscriber to Go Via or Go Home, then you would know, because it's in his name. You got Go Train, you got Via Train, the two train transit systems in Ontario. I mean, not including like public transit in cities and stuff like that, but I think Via is across Canada. Go is just in Toronto, like the greater Toronto area, but I think Via is across country, if I'm not mistaken. I guess Via would be like the equivalent to Amtrak. There we go. Yes, Chris. Someone did say go. Actually, Chris, you saw in my video today, there was N-scale. There was an N-scale Go train with sound. I mean, you typically don't see a lot of sound in N-scale. I mean, it's getting more and more popular, but I just thought that was pretty cool. It's also hard to find a good Go train in N-scale. I was shocked. I should have asked more questions, but I didn't get a ton of time to walk around the show, so I was trying to take it all in as fast as I could. It was a busy weekend for me. On the first day, I didn't even get a chance to look around the show until it was almost closed. Typically when I go for lunch, I'll walk around the show, or I'll walk around the show at the beginning before it opens. But I got there late and I had to set up, and I actually set up like just in the nick of time. Didn't get a chance to walk around the show. And then it was hard getting someone to cover for me to go to lunch. So I didn't get a chance to walk around the show at lunch. So I didn't walk around the show until like a half hour before it closed. So I thought, let me make the most of this and just see the entire show in 5 seconds. Rapido is releasing N-scale Go stuff. Okay. Pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna get Go. I might get Via, but I'm still on the fence about it. N-scale Dystopia is making a Go and Via layout with Union Station and everything. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. In N-scale as well. Yeah, man, get Go. Sounds like an incomplete sentence, but when you're Chris, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on, get in there. 1,352, Heath. We're gonna make it happen. You and me. You're gonna help me get to 1,352 subscribers. Because you're gonna tell your friends. You're gonna be like, hey man, check out They Make It Like That. Check it out. Good channel. Lots of fun. Lots of shenanigans. Lots of Canada. You know what? I just don't like taking other people's cars apart. If I'm being 100% honest. So it doesn't even cross my mind. I don't want to be that guy that tries to pull the shell off of this thing and then just shatters it. I don't mind taking the extra time to mask it off. I feel so much safer, so much more at ease masking off windows than I would destroying a brand new car. Those little plastic tabs and everything, they tend to break. And knowing my luck, on a live stream, when the owner of the car is sitting there watching with a bowl of popcorn, no thank you. I will tape it off. And then if it was screws that we're holding this on, I would consider it, but it looks like it's like those weird plastic tabs. So I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, man, popcorn is the best. Love popcorn. I might have popcorn after this stream. I still gotta eat dinner. That's the thing about doing Third Rail Thursdays. I get home and immediately go into getting the kids to bed. Because typically I don't eat until they go to bed anyway because of when I get home. So I spend some time with them and then put them to bed. And then that's when I eat. But on Thursdays, when I do Third Rail Thursday, I have to jump on the stream right away. So unless you guys want to watch me eat, I gotta wait until after. So typically there's a direct correlation between how long my streams are and how hungry I get. If I'm super hungry, it's like, hey guys, thanks for watching, alright, bye. If I'm alright, had a big lunch, I can go for hours. Alright, so this one, I'm gonna do something fun. Heath, you weren't even here for your own stream? This is your baby. You gotta be here to watch, man. What have you been doing? What have you missed? Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. You didn't miss anything, man. You didn't miss anything. It's all good. Don't worry about it. You know, Heath, you could have just said I had to walk my dog. You didn't have to go there. Oh, man. Now this stream might go longer because I'm not hungry anymore. That's a lie. I'm still hungry. I have kids. I've gotten pretty good at eating at the worst of times, because otherwise I won't eat. Nothing worse than trying to eat your dinner after a long day and you've got a kid hurling beside you. Just like, can you leave the room? Like, go to the bathroom for that or something? Like, what are you doing? Alright, Sparky. Have a good one. Now that the heckler's gone, what do you want to say about him? Hopefully he still heard that as he's logging off. This paint, I don't know what it is. I think it's this specific paint. I'm gonna stop buying this paint. This is dollar store paint, but it's from an off-brand dollar store, which means it's even cheaper stuff than like the name brand dollars, like the chain dollar stores. In Canada, we have a dollar store called Dollarama, and it's my go-to. But I decided to try Dollar and More because I thought, hey, maybe they have different stuff. You never know. And that's actually where I got these Le Grit markers, which is awesome. But their paint really sucks. Like, this coverage is pretty terrible. And when I tried to use the red on that car that I did for Sean, it was like a dark blue car. It was a rail link car. And I put that red on thinking it's a nice bright red. And I could not get that to cover for the life of me. I did like 6 coats. So I think I need to switch back and start using proper paints. Because this stuff does not cover at all. Have to let that dry and do another coat. So let's go back to this one. Oops, spin that around. I think this marker is done. Come on, just after singing the praise of this off-brand Sharpie marker, it decides to give me trouble. I think I need a fresh one. So these two are both sad. I had literally taken these out just now. There it is. Yeah, these are them there. They're super generic, but they work really well. I'm actually super impressed. I think it also has to do with how dry you let the paint get. It's probably still not as dry as it should be. But, oh well. Sometimes you just gotta carry on. Drop your marker. Yeah, you know what, Wigwag, it's getting pretty close to that time. I don't know if I'm gonna make it quite to 11, to be honest. But hey, man, thanks for jumping on. Feel free to catch the replay so you can see the final result. Well, not the final result, but see how far we get on tonight. It's pretty much gonna be just this. I think I'm gonna do this one and the cityscape one and call it a night. But hey, man, thanks for joining. It's been a fun time. Whoops. Not me putting my entire hand in my paint. That's not fun. Fix that back up. Have to let that dry. Oh, that's annoying. Could save it a little bit with a Q-tip. There we go. That's good. Sorry for the Tim Brim. Had a bit of a crisis situation there for a second. Oh, man. Sometimes I come across a paint marker and I haven't used it in a minute, and it's a frustrating time because you're like, hey, does this guy actually work? Because that would be awesome. Yeah, Wigwag, thanks again, man. Always being first, or at least trying to be first. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I'm trying to wake up a paint marker here, because I just know it's going to be cool if I can get this thing to work. Heath, are you talking about like the result from tonight or the final result overall? Because the answer is probably going to be yes to both. I don't know about a short, but I know for sure I'm going to do a community post. Maybe a short, we'll see. Ah, there we go. Got it. And the color is what makes it, eh? It just pops. I love a good crispy color. Does this one work? Hang on. No. What I want... do I have... does this one work? If this works, I'll be happy. I don't have high hopes for this paint marker. What you guys don't see off screen is me frantically trying to wake up paint markers. I should have a separate camera angle just for when I'm trying to wake up paint markers. Ooh. that's looking like something. And then if I can wake this one up, it'll be even cooler. Oh, that one's already good to go. Yes, please. One of the beauties of making it up as you go is you don't have any rules to follow. And that's fun. There's like a little trap door or something here. So in order to get good coverage, I just flooded it with the paint marker and then just clean it up with the Q-tip. So yeah, there's that one. Can I zoom in on it at all? No, that's all the way. That's all you get. That's one side down. I'm gonna do graffiti on both sides of these, but obviously not tonight. And then let's do this one, and then I'm gonna call it because I'm getting mad hungry, and I'm gonna try and end this at 11. So this one here, I'm gonna go with my wife made chicken, it looks like. I'm not tired, it's my voice that's tired. If I'm being 100% honest, it's my voice that's tired. Can I use this? Or, wait, this one. No. Hang on. Hang on. This one. This one work. Still coming out kind of dark. Okay, this is gonna be really finicky. If there's Timbrim, too bad, because I need this to look good. So I gotta be right in there. Oh, man. Oh, you're yelling at me in all capitals, aren't you? Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Sorry, buddy. Humanity City. What was I thinking? The beauty of paint. You just paint over it. You know what it was? I had chicken on my mind. I was just thinking about chicken. Wasn't thinking about Heath. Yeah, Dwight, sorry for your loss, my friend. You take care of yourself tomorrow, eh? Sorry about that, Heath. My bad. You know what's funny too is I was about to pull up your logo just to make sure, but then I'm like, nah, I know how to spell human. Well, it's all good. And don't worry about right here where you can still see the letters from before. I'm gonna do a background color afterwards anyway, so I'm not too worried. The only thing is now I gotta wait for this to dry. Damn, I really wanted that chicken. Oh well, we'll do another coat on this monstrosity. Put too much paint there. Q-tips are wonderful. I highly suggest always having Q-tips at hand. Trackside, I'm not going for the record tonight, my friend, because you see, I really want chicken. It's only 3 hours right now. You're closing in on 3 hours. The record is over 4 hours. Plus, you know what, man? I broke the record at the Whitby show because I was live all day. So there you go. I don't know what you're talking about, but I beat everyone's record that day. 2 days in a row. If you count the whole weekend as one long stream, it's over 12 hours. I mean, I can understand not counting it, but you get what I mean. The record is overrated. Who cares? I mean, honestly, I do some work on a stream. You guys can watch if you want. If not, oh well, at least I'm getting some work done. It's my little accountability to get some work done, because otherwise sometimes either life gets in the way or I procrastinate, or both. And now here we are. Hopefully this one is good to go. Within reason. Let me redo these little windows. Human city. Not humanity city. Human city. That's what they done did said. The beauty of doing paint is you can just paint over stuff. It's not the end of the world. I did that. I made a pretty massive fumble at the train show. Actually, 2. They were both on John's cars. What was I gonna say? One of them, I completely misjudged my lettering compared to my outline, because I guess some time had passed and I didn't remember exactly how I had laid out the outline, and I completely misjudged the layout that I had set up for the lettering. And so I had to repaint the whole car again. Repaint all the shapes for the letters. And then wait for that to dry and then go back over it again with the line work. And then the other fumble was on the G scale. I was doing throw up style Johnny, and my J, because I do a lot of throw up stuff with the letter L because it's an easy letter. Like for example, this one here. This one says love, and the L is a super easy throw up letter to do. So I just instinctively did Johnny with an L instead of a J. But I fixed it. Oh, of course, John enters the chat. Yeah, man, I fumbled on 2 of your cars, but I fixed them both. At least I'm being honest. Okay, this is... I'm actually just gonna... No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. Kevin says he was distracting me. I mean, no, you actually weren't. If I remember correctly, we were talking, and I had already outlined it long by. At that point, it had long been outlined. But I was doing the line work, and then I caught it and was like, "Hang on a second." And then I asked you for a second opinion. I'm like, is that a J or an L? Does that say Lonnie? Or Johnny? It said Lonnie. But hey man, I fixed it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. If I didn't fix it, that would be a different story. Kevin, you were trying to give me an out, but why would you throw yourself under the bus? Don't worry about it. How's that, Heath? Is that actually how you spell your channel? Or do I gotta do it again? It's actually kind of nice that we caught it now while I had the paint mixed up and everything too, because remember I said I was doing a custom color. That would have sucked. That's awesome, man. Just go for it. My wife has done graffiti. She did some for my brother Kevin, actually. We've been joking around with the idea of doing a live where she pops on and does some graffiti alongside with me. We'll see. I don't know. There, all of these red dots are just to cover up that fumble in the middle. Not quite. I had envisioned doing something similar to this already, but it's just a happy little accident. I need to lighten this a little bit because I can't really see it all that well. I'll tell you, I did graffiti an engine. It's an engine that I have. It's just a decorative piece of junk engine that I don't run. It's HO, and it's like a really, really bad quality HO. And I graffitied it with the intention of taking it with me to Otter Valley for the meet and greet and have everyone sign it. However, that day was so busy and there was so much going on with so many people that I forgot. And it stayed in my camera bag all day. And nobody signed it. So now I just have a random CN F unit with OVR tagged on the side of it. Oh well. What you gonna do? That was a long day. Like it was a good day. It was an amazing day. But man, that day had a lot going on. Like we didn't really have an agenda, right? It was just a fun hangout day. And then when we got there, like maybe it would have been different if Chris and I got there before it got busy. But when we got there, it was already a zoo. There was already so many people there hanging out that we didn't even get a chance to walk in the door. There was just so much going on. We walk in the door and there's like 40 people just hanging out. I'm like, dude, this is a way bigger deal than I anticipated it to be. It was impressive. And I'm curious to see what happens next year, if we do anything again next year. I found that purple wasn't popping as nicely as I wanted it to, so I added a bit of white to it. You can still kind of see the purple through it, but it makes it a little bit easier to see. Oh man, my back is killing me. Hunkered over a table all night. All right, well, I didn't finish this one. Whoops. I didn't finish this one, but I will, and you guys will see it, don't you worry. It might not even be a Third Rail Thursday. I might just do a random spur of the moment live. But there's your money shot right there. You know? Line them up nice. There we go. Take a picture. All right. Yeah, the colors really make it for sure. It's gonna turn out really good when they're all done. I can't wait to see it. But I'm gonna call it because Chicken is calling my name. Oh man, let's do that so you guys can see me duck around a camera to say goodbye. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Heath for sending me these cars. I'm looking forward to doing the rest of them. It's going to be fun times. Thank you to the 17 of you that are still here. Is that the Gold Series? Is it the Gold Series? I don't know. Microtrains line. That's all it says. I don't know if it's gold or not. You'd have to tell me. I don't know. But hey, man, great times, everyone. I don't know what I said. Hey, man, but I don't know who I was saying it to. But hey, everyone. You can tell I'm tired. Yeah. I might have to put these on my layout just to see what they look like, because I've never run passenger trains before. But hey, I had a blast. Thank you guys for watching. Next week is... Where is it? No, that's wrong. That is incorrect. Next week is Go Via or Go Home. Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You guys know the drill. Links are in the description to all the other channels, etc. And, yeah. Until next time, remember, they make it like that. And you guys have 47 minutes to take advantage of my Black Friday sale. It's going to end at midnight. So, head on over to www.theymakeitlikethat.com. Get in touch with me, and we'll do some graffiti. 20% off until midnight tonight. I should have mentioned that earlier. Alright. See you guys next week for Go Via or Go Home. Take it easy.